My name is Rhonda Black, and I'm the Program Director for Information Technology for Gallatin College, Montana State University. And we have two programs under that title. We have the Computer Networking program, and we have the Cybersecurity program. And I'm here today to talk to you mostly about the network program. Key things I want to talk to you about on the networking program, just to get it out there, is there's two main doors. If you can picture two doors walking through computer networking or IT in general. You can have your coding door, which is, MSU has a great program for coding that you can move into if you would like. We offer through our door is more of a technical door on adminning and supporting the network and communicating devices together. What you're going to come in here and learn is your ABCs. And so you're going to go out and you're going to write books, and you're going to start with articles, and then you're going to get to books. But you need to learn the ABCs to do that. So what we're going to learn in here is, when I hit a button on my keyboard, what's going through my mouse into my, or through my mouse, keyboard, whatever, into the computer. How am I getting information back? How am I, if I'm playing a game, how am I killing that bad guy? How am I, scoring that point? How does all that work? And that's what you're learning in here. You're learning the protocols behind how all of that works, and you're starting off with inside that computer case, the technology in there, and how it works and the history of it as well. So if it breaks, you can fix it. You want to build your own, depending on the platform you want to build or work with, you might want to build a specific system for that. So you're going to start by learning everything within this box, how it works, and then you're going to branch out into how does that go out to the internet and pull back the information? How does it go out of this room into a core closet and then out to the internet? And so that's when we get into a little bit more about the switching. So within the same local area network, we're going to use switches. And so everything's remote and or local, I should say, and not going out to the internet. When I want to go out to the internet, I'm going to use devices called routers. And these are examples of some routers here. And that's basically going to get me out on the internet and back. And that's getting, all of this is involved in getting that information back to you. And you're going to learn all that. So a successful student is going to be somebody who likes to get in and figure out how things work. If you like to design things, this is a great opportunity to do that. You can design networks. So if I have a building and I have a hospital per se, I'm going to need to make sure I'm putting my wireless access points in the right places. I'm going to have to make sure I have the right computers running the right software in the right locations, the right servers that are servicing those computers. I'm going to make sure I have the right software on those. I'm going to have to make sure that I have everything set up correctly for the environment that I'm in. And I'm going to use that information to be able to support my users.
Experiences that I've had would be learning to troubleshoot, learning to figure out, getting really good at Googling, trying to work through the different problems and processes and understanding how I want to go about it or what needs to be done to make it happen.
A good student is someone who likes to get involved and is good with people. I mean, this isn't the old days where we could hide behind, a computer screen and not interact with people. You definitely have to be good with working with people because they are your clients. They're the people that you're there to support. So good with people, love to research because the world of technology is huge. And you're probably not the first person that's had a problem. So if you know how to go about finding issues, finding if you have an issue and you can go out to the internet and learn how to research that, you're an ideal student for this course because it's nothing but learning.
They're absolutely incredible at teaching, and they've been doing such a wonderful job to be able to give us feedback and make sure that their learning styles or teaching styles are matching up with our learning styles and really working with us. These smaller class sizes are absolutely incredible because we get a ton of one-on-one FaceTime. And so being able to communicate with them on a personal level outside of it too is just incredible.
What I'm finding out there is a lot of people don't know about computer networking. They think computers, they think coding. We do very little coding. As a matter of fact, to run this machine and these machines, there's a lot of scripts that are pre-designed that you can use to fit them into your environment. You might do some scripting in that, but in the networking program, you don't do a lot of coding. You are truly adminning the systems. When you get in here and you're learning these different tools, you'll learn several different technologies. One that students really like is wireless. They love to go into the wireless aspect of things, and you can see behind me, we have a wireless access point. And so students can learn about designing of where to implement, say they might be hired to go in and put in wireless for a building, they have to then know how to go about strategically figuring out how thick are the walls, what's appropriate for this environment, and installing it in there. So wireless is a big one. Security is a big one, making sure environments are secure. You're probably, like any changing career or a beginner, you're going to start off with an internship or an apprenticeship, or you might even get lucky and get into a job right away, which actually happens quite a bit with our students. We have a 100% success rate for employment right now, so that's a good thing. You guys are in demand. The average income, as on the slide, the salary is $40,000 to $80,000 basically. And to be honest with you, starting off, you're looking at probably around $35,000 to $40,000. And that's more of a technical, you're probably going to, a lot of my students go and work for companies that provide IT services, so they get a good ground knowledge of all the different areas of IT, which is wonderful when you're starting off, because that gives you the insight into what area you might want to become an expert in.
Just because it says IT doesn't mean that you're the antisocial person. I get to interact with a ton of different people every single day, and I feel like that's one of the more stigmatic things that come from this program is, oh, you're just the person that doesn't want to communicate and sit on a computer all day. That is totally the opposite. I get to interact with a ton of different people, a ton of different vendors, and get to meet some really cool people along the way. So look forward to being able to interact with a ton of different people and network, while also getting to troubleshoot and experience different issues.
And there's so many jobs in IT that if you pick an area that you want to get into, there's so much in-depth information that you can get into that you can just be an expert in that one area. Or you can step back and say, hey, I live in Montana and I'm supporting my business here, and so therefore I need to know a little bit of everything. So you might have to step back a little bit and learn more. Great students are male and female. There's not a lot of women in the industry, and there should be, because we are good at this job. So I would love to encourage you ladies out there to get involved as well. And so with that being said, the ideal student is someone who loves gadgets. Do you have a phone? Do you love to play around with a phone? What do you do on that phone? When you download an app, are you looking at what you're actually doing? Are you kind of curious on how it works? Do you find yourself researching a lot? Those are ideal assets in this industry. Are you the kind of guy or girl that when you get home you want to rip open whatever technology you just bought and figure out how it works? If you love to do that, you're going to love this job. And that's important, because you want to love what you do every day.